If you can code in that, you're scarier than him, bro. Damn.
Advanced vishing attack campaign Let's Score targets Android users. In a newly detected multi-stage vishing campaign, attackers are using an advanced tool set dubbed Let's Score.
No, you guys are bringing it back. No.
Currently, Let's Score is targeting users in South Korea, but considering how sophisticated it is, researchers believe attackers can expand this campaign to European Union countries. The rise of vishing, voice or VoIP phishing, has impacted consumers' trust in unidentified callers. Usually, calls from bank employees or salespeople are common. But what if a fraudster makes the call?
I'm memeing a little.
According to a report from 3@Fabric, published on the 7th of July 2023, vishing attacks have become much more sophisticated lately.
And then, wait, I should tell you guys the rest. So then, like, oh, dude, it was hilarious. So I go into the office, right, like, after the interview's over, and the guy who's, like, funding the whole thing, right, he's in there, too. They're all in a WeWork. And there's, like, one of those little triangle plaques with your name on it, so he has that on his desk. You know how they usually say, like, world's best boss, or they say your name, or they say something normal. They say, like, Dr. whatever guy. His said world's worst boss. And he was a huge dick. And he was like, he was being really nice to me because I'm the guy they're interviewing, but him and the guys, they're just doing like the weird toxic like bro thing. They're like, women. And I'm like, yo, this is what everyone thinks tech bros are actually like. And then they're like, come on, it's time for us to go out for dinner and beers, like after like my interview. And I was like, bro, like, oh my God, I didn't know this was going to be a part of it. I have to hang out with these guys. Damn.
In a newly detected multi-stage vishing campaign,
it was the worst interview ever. Worst interview ever.
Tool set dubbed Let's Score.
Worst interview ever, bro.
Featuring strong evasion tactics. Let's Score is targeting users in South Korea, but considering how sophisticated it is, 3@Fabric researchers believe attackers can expand this campaign to European Union countries.
Well, remember, we've seen a lot of attacks on South Korean media, banking, and Jesus Christ, what's the last? Bank, government, and military personnel, you know, really recently by North Korea. They've been doing a lot of, like, espionage, like corporate and government espionage recently. I mean, that's par for the course. That's what they're always doing, right? So if some of you are like, what do you mean? We were always talking about that. Yeah, bro, we're always talking about that because they're going to keep doing it. The reunification, the blah, 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 you know, like basically getting South Korea, getting South Korean money, right? They're hacking crypto exchanges in South Korea and Japan. Remember, they extorted, what was it, 4 billion? Can somebody remind me, what was was it 44 billion? Crypto exchange hacked billions. I should just check my Twitter. 3.6 billion. It was 3.6 billion and they only got 314K of it back. So remember, floor 39. Remember floor 39. Okay, let's go.
Let's Score is targeting users in South Korea. What makes it unique is that it is a ready-to-use framework, which any threat actor could use.
Okay, let's take a look.
Let's Score attack stages. This attack comprises 3 stages.
Okay, guys, one more reminder. So we need a lot of good people to get involved with technology because there are a lot of shitty people who are in control of technology. Applications of technology are political. The people in charge of technology are political. They're political individuals. I've worked for social media companies. I've talked to the CEOs. I've sat down. They tell me, you and me, Kai, we're not like the rest of them. They're all sheep and we're the wolves. We're meant to lead. They're meant to follow. They're all going to be groveling to get into our doomsday bunkers, when the world ends, right? And you get a couple drinks and these guys will tell you exactly what they think about the rest of you, right? About the non-techies, right? So we need a lot of good people to get involved with technology because there are a lot of shitty, terrible people who are profiteering off of technology and using it to further exacerbate the global exploitation of the global south and, just marginalized groups in just every single Western country, every country around the world. Capitalism is extremely pervasive. And, the saber rattling of us versus them in that capitalism implores in order to always have an enemy, right? And keep us rather fighting each other than fighting the system, right? Fighting on cultural issues rather than fighting on issues of class and, whatnot. The intense polarization of folks, right? It goes to benefit people. It is political and it is exacerbated by technology. So we need a lot of good people to become hackers. We need a lot of really, really, really not shitty people to become hackers. And have a nice job, exactly. And not paid poorly, yeah, exactly. And capitalism threatens everybody with homelessness, starvation, and death. It is the most compelling force in the universe to date. And you should 100% make sure that you're taking care of them. We have people who come through here and they get a cert and they come back months later and they're like, hey, I got my first job in security. Thanks, you're a big inspiration. That's what it's all about. Help each other out on Discord. We have rules. Don't be a piece of shit. It's pretty easy. All right, let's continue.
This attack comprises 3 stages. Researchers dubbed the first stage the downloader, in which preparations run on the
Help
device.
others. One thing I ask, help others when you get to the point where you can actually, you know, like take time out of your day and be a mentor and help other people and like, you know, lift other people up. Make sure you do that. Rising tide lifts all ships. You know, the far right weirdo fascist libertarian freaks are doing it, right? They're helping each other out. So, you know, they have similar goals, right? And it's the goals of, you know, the people pulling the strings. So make sure you don't succumb to that bullshit because you suddenly get some money. You suddenly get 250K a year, 500K a year, you know, working in security. And you're like, wow, like I've made it. I no longer need to give a fuck about anyone else. I did it, so they can all do it. Don't become that. I've seen too many people become that, and I fucking hate those people.
Researchers dubbed the first stage the
Don't do it.
downloader, in which preparations
Be a good
run
person.
on the device.
Even if you have money, be a good
Necessary
person.
permissions are obtained, and a phishing web page is displayed. Afterwards, the second stage of malware is downloaded from the control server. In the first stage, the victim visits the attacker's specially crafted phishing web page, which looks like Google Play Store, and is tricked into downloading the malicious application chain. The second stage entails a powerful spyware application. The attacker exfiltrates data and enrolls the infected device into the P2P VoIP network to make voice video calls to the victim.
I mean, it's not like this is the first, like, VoIP hack that we've seen. There are all those, like, VoIP vendors, right? We've seen the Cisco phones got breached, right? Remember when the Cisco phones and Cisco APs and Cisco switches all had CVEs in them? Like, brand new zero-day CVEs. And they were saying they're not going to patch the phones, right? So there are all sorts of VoIP vulnerabilities. This is interesting, definitely. I'd love to see more about this here. Zygo Cloud is used to facilitate VoIP communication and messaging. I want to check that out. I want to check this out too. Remember when we looked at the code yesterday for the Mastodon instance? Some of you were here. We looked at code yesterday for the Mastodon instance. Thank you so much to Buffy, man. Now, like, on my YouTube, we're going to be exporting these highlights. So if you miss, some of you are like, bro, like, I can't make the news every day. And then I said, okay, I'm going to tweet. And then some of you were still like, well, like, that's not enough. I want to hear, like, your take, and it's just, you know, Twitter and just these characters. And I'm like, well, like, you know, I streamed for a long time. You know, yesterday I streamed for 13 hours. We went on a 34-mile bike ride. You know, I played some video games, and I did the news. I usually don't feel like going through my content, and I don't know. I was listening to my voice. Listen, bro, it's weird. It's weird listening to your own voice, like, on record. I didn't realize my voice was this deep. I thought my voice was higher pitched than, like, you know, what I hear every day. It's like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, your voice doesn't sound like how you think it does. So I'd prefer for someone else to edit my videos. It's a trip, dog. It's a trip. So I'm like, yo, my voice is deep as fuck. Like, what? When did this happen? Yo, Read and Rap, you want to play your game later? I remember you said you wanted to play your game this weekend. I would play that game, bro.
Alleged service.
So we're gonna check this out. We're gonna check out these services. But yeah, thank you, Buffy. Shout out to Buffy. Buffy got the code. Buffy got the Blue Sky code because Buffy's been helping me out a lot. Thank you so much. If anyone else is gonna be here a lot and you want to be an editor and you come here all the time and you're like, damn, I wish I could see the not highlighted VODs, make them public and then highlight the VODs. Then you know, you could do that too. Thank you. You hear your internal resonance. Yeah, so like, I don't know if it's like just the reverberation or whatever, but yeah, like I totally thought my voice was higher pitched than it was, and I was listening to like one of Buffy's like highlights. I was like, ooh, Buffy highlighted a ton of stuff. Holy shit. And then I was like looking at it and like exporting one. And then I listened to it and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Is this actually how I sound? Like, yo, that's wild. That's wild. All right, let's keep going.
Since such communications are
WebRTC,
through
I know.
WebRTC,
Okay.
the attacker uses relay servers.
There are a lot of people doing interesting stuff with WebRTC. So they use relay servers, publicly available, stun, turn servers, including Google Stun and self-configured servers. What's the... Thanks, Shake. But it's how you sound like having your... Whoa, really? Hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna try it. Just like this, huh? Just like this, huh? Hello. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Wait a sec. Yeah, totally. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whoa. That's a trip. Okay, that's a trip. I feel like that's something I should have learned in like 3rd grade. You know, a little 3rd grade science experiment. Like, now do this, children. You know, yeah, pretty cool. That's how I sounded in the video. Everyone just tried it. Everybody in chat just tried it. Everybody in chat just tried it. All right. So we were talking yesterday about protocols that allow phishing. Oh man, what is that protocol? Who was it? Was it Troy? Yeah, it was Troy Hunt. Damn, bro. Why do I remember this stuff? I'm weird. All right, Troy Hunt. he tweeted something. No, where's the phone number thing? Yeah, someone's spoofing my phone number, yeah. So he was like asking, he actually asked. He was asking his Twitter like base. He was like, "Yo, why are people able to use my phone number? I keep getting calls from people telling me that they're, or maybe it's on LinkedIn. I think I might be connected with him on LinkedIn or something if it's not on here. But he asked like why, and there's some protocol, I forget what it's called. Damn, it's like Sparka or something like that. It has a really weird name. It has like a long acronym, but basically there's some sort of protocol, right? And it's an inherent weakness with like wireless communication, wireless mobile phones, right? And it allows people to actually spoof like a phone number, caller ID, right? Like of an individual, right? So that's why somebody might call you and say, "I just got a call from this number," and you're like, "No, you fucking didn't. I didn't call anybody." You know what I mean? So like that's kind of how that works, which I think is pretty fucked up because we rely on our mobile phones for a lot. And if somebody did like a deep fake, right, of like a voice, and you call somebody and you ask them for some information, and they think you're somebody they trust, and you're like, "Hey, really quickly, I need this, blah, 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 you know, the PIN number for our phone account," you know, like stuff like that. So I can make a change to our bill, you know, like shit like that, right? So, yeah, and vishing. Okay, let's continue with the vishing. We're just going to continue with the vishing.
This process may leak
yeah.
credentials in the application code. Communication can be enabled via WebSockets, which may cause duplication of commands from the P2P service and WebSocket. An attacker can configure a whitelist for the phone numbers to be redirected to and a blacklist for numbers that should bypass redirection. Researchers also noted the use of Nanote for creating a local HTTP server. Into the third stage, a companion application for the second stage malware is launched to extend its functionalities.
Okay.
It features...
So they drop a little baby server, little baby HTTP daemon. Okay, very cool. And then they allow list phone numbers. Okay, redirect to a block list for numbers that should be bypassed.
In the third stage, a companion application for the second stage malware is launched to extend its functionality.
Okay,
it features phone call functionality to redirect calls from the victim's device to the attacker's call center.
Damn.
Its APK file is similar to the second stage APK, as both have the same evasion techniques and XOR encrypted DEX files in the APK files root folder. This application has a large code base and an interesting package called PhoneCal that contains code for the phone call manipulation attack. It can intercept incoming outgoing calls and reroute them per the attacker's desire. For phone call processing, attackers use a local SCLIT database, the structure of which is as follows. Part of the APK assets is pre-prepared MP3 voice messages played to the victim if outgoing bank call attempts are needed, just to add legitimacy to the process by guiding the caller to the best operator from the bank. Here's the transcript of one of these messages translated from Korean to English. "Hello, this is Hana Bank. Press 1 for remittance to Hana Bank, 2 for remittance to another bank, and 3 for transaction details. For credit card connection, press 6 for other services." Many MP3 files imitate DTMF dialing codes to simulate sounds a victim produces when dialing pad numbers. Moreover, the third stage includes a set of commands, including WebSocket commands. The front-end app also features tutorials and demos. 2 demos 3 at Fabric researchers downloaded and observed the full infection chain on numerous back-end APIs divided into admin and sysuser.
Yeah, I was going to say this is extremely advanced and very thorough. Holy shit. So victims access a crafted phishing page, right? The web page that they were talking about at the beginning. Download the first stage, the first APK they talked about, of malicious app chain. They gain device access, collect PII, track the victims to, trick the victims to another phishing page, right? So they redirect you. Victim enters their banking information, provides attacker with data to steal the money. Attacker successfully steal the money from the victim's bank account. If the victim calls the bank, the call is redirected to the criminals. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. That is something. That is something. Holy shit.
How are the victims tricked? It is unclear how the attacker convinces the victim to visit the web page. Researchers suspect that attackers might be using black SEO or social engineering techniques.
Little SEO poisoning? Okay.
What's clear is that the pages mimic the Google Play Store and can be viewed on mobile screens. These are in the Korean language, but the script has comments in the Chinese language. 3 pages researchers saw mimics Bank Salad, Loan Comparison Aggregator, Finder, Loan Comparison Aggregator, and KICS, Korea Information System of Criminal Justice Services. Each asked for sensitive data like resident registration number ID, phone number, salary, home address, and employer identity. The data gets transferred to attackers and into a genuine loan aggregator page to request a loan.
Yo, they're requesting a loan on your behalf. Yo!
Vishing attacks, an ever-evolving threat. Threat Fabric's latest report has raised concerns among the cybersecurity fraternity by explaining how sophisticated vishing tools have become entrapping unsuspecting users.
Fucked.
Per their observation, fraudsters are using modern tech for voice traffic routing. They have developed systems, aka auto-informers, capable of calling the victims automatically and even automating advertising via phone calls.
Dude.
These systems play pre-recorded messages to lure users into visiting malicious sites or giving away sensitive personal or financial data, for example, bank account or credit card credentials. They may even be lured into visiting their nearest ATM to withdraw cash. By combining vishing with mobile phone infection, scammers can request a microloan on behalf of the victim, which the victim will have to pay as financial institutions would not believe them.
for real.
If the victim suspects unusual activity,
this has nothing to do with the cops.
fraudster will
ACAB.
call them posing as the bank's security
Just saying we
team
forgot. ACAB
personnel
131
to assure
baby.
them nothing is wrong. After gaining complete control of the device, the attacker can route calls to any call center of their choice and even answer calls from the bank.
Yeah, ACAB. Especially. Yeah. Just the general, this makes me mad. Yeah. No, I feel. But especially any cop that is, upholding this, like, anti-trans legislation, anybody who's, upholding, decisions to overturn, safe access to gender-affirming care. Because they're actually going to they're causing motherfuckers to die, and they just really don't give a shit. So, ACAB till I die, yeah, your uncle is a cop, and he might be not an entire piece of shit, but they're still maintaining, a unjustifiable hierarchy over the proletariat in which, people are routinely oppressed, marginalized, killed. And yeah. And worse, because there are worse things than death. So, fuck the police. Fuck the police. Alright. It's true. It's facts. And you know what? Like I said earlier, it's life and death, right? So, like, people who do come out here and they do cybercrime, right? Like, they're putting their life on the line. So respect, they're putting their fucking life on the line. But don't do crime. But respect to them for having the conviction to, like, throw everything they possibly have at something they believe in. But don't do crime, because crime bad. Okay? Crime equal bad. Yo, Reading Rap, are you trying to play your game? Are you trying to play what's your game called? Hey, who up playing with the game? What's it called? The Gotham Knights. Are we gonna beat up some baddies? Are we gonna go full vigilante chud on them? Here we go. You stole a piece of bread? Boom, Batman fist to the face. Alright, so let's call is a very sophisticated multi-stage vishing campaign currently targeting South Koreans. Let's see. Bro, it's so funny, bro. Oh my god, it's so funny, guys. Honestly, it's super funny and it's super based that, like, we'll just refer to them as the gay furry hackers. The gay furry hacker came through, bro. Gay furry hacker came through. The one that, like, the tweet was, like, literally in chat. Yo, respect. Guys, don't do crime, but keep fighting the good fight. Interpret that as you will. Don't do crime, but keep fighting the good fight. Holy shit, bro. Incredible based moments throughout history, like, on stream. That's pretty wild, man. The gay furry hacker just came through here. You don't know if you can. You'd have to bring your Xbox upstairs. Oh. Yeah, salute, bro. For real. The gay furry hacker came through. Holy fucking bingle, bro. You could yesterday, though? No! You could yesterday, though. Bro, I would have played yesterday. I had no idea. Damn. Why can't you bring it upstairs? Are you weak? No, I'm kidding. Are you weak? But that's wild, bro. Like, honestly. That's wild. Are you weak? Got him. How do you expect to lift all the MILFs? Got him. Come on, man. This is training. This is your training arc. This is your Naruto training arc, bro. Now they're moving the bed out of the house right now. Oh, okay. It's your Naruto training arc, bro. You gotta ninjutsu down there. You gotta, you gotta ninjutsu out of there. We prefer the Hulk smash method. Yo, just fucking run through the bed frame. I'm like, yo, man, what the fuck? Reading rap? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Your roommates are like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Okay. 3, yeah, you got him. You got him. 3-stage VISHING campaign. Here, let's see. It starts with a phishing site. Here, I'm gonna call this phishing. I don't like how they call it vishing, because I don't believe this is vishing. I'll explain why in a moment. I don't believe this is vishing. I don't see anything causing me to believe this is vishing. But you could make an argument for it based off of one part. But this is more phishing than vishing, and I'll explain why. You don't always need to just say vishing or smishing. You know what I mean? Like, it's phishing sometimes. It starts with a phishing site that resembles Google Play. Tricks the user. It starts with phishing light. Wait, what do you mean? Squishing, smishing. There's also smishing. There's smishing. Smishing. That's for SMSs, right? And then vishing for voice. And then phishing for just normal, like usually like email or anything else. Swishing, dishing, lishing, kishing, wishing. Oh, wishing. Bro, I'm wishing and dishing. The swishing and the fishing, mishing and the vishing and the... yeah. New nerdcore rap. New nerdcore rap, brother. Alright, so tricks the user into... downloading. Yo, when you get scammed on Wish. Wishing. Wishing for my money back. Got him. Okay, so tricks the user into downloading a malicious... a spyware app. Exfiltrating the data. Exfiltrating data. And then, enrolls the victim in a P2P VoIP network. Yeah, really prolific data. Like, just everything from, like, national identity numbers, like, basically their version of SSN, it looks like confirmation, right? It's not good. Okay, so yeah, they enroll it in a P2P VoIP. Whew. I'm just gonna post that because there's so much to this one. I can't really get like a whole nother. I can't get another piece of technical analysis in like 27 more characters. I'm just gonna send it. Can't get a real like can't get anything good in just 27 more characters. You know what I mean? There you go. That's the skeet. The skeet has been scoped from the scrote. There you go. That's what I wrote. All right, we're gonna drop this one over here. Bam, bam, bam. Fucking Twitter. Last call. I'm gonna make it shorter. This fucking Twitter, bro. Three stage. Here, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm chopping it up. 3-stage phishing campaign targeting. There we go. We're good now. Changed a ton of stuff around it. It worked. Just needed to chop up characters. Blue Skeet has a longer thing. Skeeting on stream every day, baby. Every fucking day. Alright, here we go. Boom. Alright. So, that might be the last one, but here's ZiggleCloud. This is one of the services they were using for RTC communication, right? Their peer-to-peer VoIP network. This is what they're signing people up to. This is not something I intended on reading. I don't know where this came from. This is old. This is years old. I didn't want to read that. Bangladeshi government website leaked data of millions of citizens. I don't care to read this right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I'm done. And this is kind of neat. You can accumulate secrets and secret material related to various website frameworks, right? So you could basically see if there's any low-hanging fruit. Maybe if you're doing your penetration testing engagements, your red team engagements, and I like Kitploit. Kitploit puts out a ton of GitHub tools. This is definitely just going to take you right to a GitHub here, right? No, maybe not, huh? Maybe it's going to take you to a dead link, or a link hosted in Russia, which means I won't be able to access it because I have the entire country banned. Somewhat related, but big OnlyFans girls are learning to code to make custom algorithms on Blue Sky. And memeing the... Oh. Nice. Hell yes. Yo, tell them to come through. Tell them to come through. Unironically, if you got any friends who are trying to learn that shit, just tell them to come through. Skeeting, penetration tests. Yo, computer nerd stuff is hornier than... You have no idea. These people are so repressed. No, I'm kidding. These people, I say... No, I'm kidding. Okay, here we go. Perverts. Computer perverts. I went into another stream and somebody, like, I commented something. It was like my first time in the stream. And they were like, oh, welcome, Computer, to the stream, blah, 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 right? And then, somebody was like, Computer's a huge computer pervert. I don't even remember who it was. I don't even think I knew the person. They're like, Computer's a huge, they're like, oh, who's, like, you know, somebody was like, Computer, Kai, Pog, right? They're like a couple, like, Computer, Kai, Pog. I was like, yo, this is trippy, bro. I don't recognize any of these names. These aren't, like, my normal viewers. You know what I mean? Like, these aren't my everyday viewers. Like, I don't think it was any of you guys. And then somebody was like, Computer's a huge, like, somebody was like, who's Computer? Why are you guys saying Kai, Pog, Computer, Pog? Like, who's this guy? And then they were like, he's a huge computer pervert. I was like, yo, is that what people think of me? I guess it's fair. I guess it's fair.